Just that was awful.
You've been sitting on that one all week, haven't you?
I tried to say it last week, but y'all kept saying jokes, and no one heard me.
I think we just all need to get like a bunch of those clackers and just try it that way.
What'd you call me?
You gotta call
mean,
him
is it wrong?
Clanker.
Clanker. Oh gosh, not the robo slurs. There are no robots in D&D except for all of the robots that are in D&D.
Mm-hmm.
So, last time we left off, you had come back for revenge against the man who had set you up, Saul Van Kaskerkin, your former associate, finding underground a lair of troglodytes and some sort of workspace at the very end, along with many strange and unusual fungi and whatever these rocks are. As you emerged from a ladder at the far end of the tunnel, you found yourselves at the foot of the Riddle Gate, just in time to see a meteorite streak from the sky and impact an island far to the south. The resulting tsunami, while small, still managed to deal a great deal of damage to the port infrastructure of Riddleport. But you are on a hill near the Cipher Mages College at the moment.
Do we have a question this week? Sorry, I was about to just get into it.
Well, I suppose the fitting question is, as you will probably very shortly be finding the deed, you are officially owners of the Gold Goblin. What do you wish to do with it?
Keep it in
I will say, in the immediate aftermath, because this will go into what I'm doing at the beginning of the game, Zeph is going to start bringing injured people into the bar.
Mm-hmm.
For the question, Raj would say, run it and turn it into a smuggling den.
Mm-hmm.
Thorn would be like, we could sell it, but I'm just good with whatever. Meanwhile, he's like the only one with a smile on his face when he's bringing people into the gambling place, and he's just like, come, everyone. We could have the end of times upon us. Just a big old grin on his face.
We're just checking those who seem like they're about dead to make sure that they don't feel him checking their pockets. And he says, with all the administrative work, I'd rather just get rid of this place, take the cash, put it into a boat, and go do what we love doing.
Fishing?
Something like that. There's F.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I think we sell it because I like money. Yeah.
Wise beyond your years, man.
Mm-hmm.
But,
all right, Soren, heal and then preach. Heal and then preach. People hate to be preached to while they're bleeding.
I think they hate my healing technique as well.
Okay. Very effective.
Yeah, Zeph will just keep going out, pulling people back into the bar from most injured to least injured.
Which is going behind Soren and helping heal, and then if my sheet ever unlocks, helping make sure that they don't have their valuables anymore.
I would like to set out a small tin bowl on a stool out in front of the Golden Goblin with a crudely painted sign I made myself that says this.
Donations required.
Donations required. I got it.
Gotta maintain my
I don't know how I deciphered that.
Mhm.
Does anyone else smell copper?
Is that your new character's name?
Donations required.
Now, with the chaos in the immediate aftermath of the tidal surge, the fastest way back to the Goblin would be back through the tunnel you came up, although the ladder is a little slicker with seawater as you climb down, and the room a bit more flooded. When you return to the Goblin and begin your activities, despite its proximity to the bay, it itself weathered the water quite well. The only real noticeable thing as the water recedes is a rowboat sitting on the stairs out front. Seems to be a Riddleport Bay octopus sitting in it. Or Riddlepus.
Kenneth, as we go back through the tunnel, Twitch would like to take some samples of the mushrooms and the crazy rocks for alchemical testing.
Hey, guys, there's a squiddy thing parked its boat on our front steps. Do I collect money from them, or do I impound it?
I think Raj should be
I missed
curious
that
and
squiddy
go to
thing?
see that. Yeah. What the fuck is he talking about? What is this now?
A small
So-
purple octopus with red stripes. Commonly thought of as a delicacy in Riddleport.
Quick, catch him!
Got washed up into the rowboat, which got washed onto your stairs.
Hey, buddy, move this wreck, or we have it towed. Kick it.
I mean, probably go out and see what the hell is going on, but probably wouldn't know much about an octopus.
Mhm.
Could I roll a profession sailor to see if I could identify anything significant about the octopus, or if it's just a critter that just happens to be there by some chance?
It's just a critter that got washed out.
Okay. All right.
Can I do a knowledge arcana maybe to see if maybe it's a familiar of some kind? Or it's just a random octopus? I don't know.
Can I roll a sense motive to see if the octopus has any ulterior motives?
Twitch spy! Kill it!
Quickly, fetch a tank of water. We're keeping him.
Hey, we need to stock the brothel somehow.
Oh, God.
Well, he's got a
And we'll name him Squidward.
Oh, God.
I was waiting for just the right moment to throw that one in.
Nailed it. Well done. Oh, God.
Okay. Well, to help you make your final decisions on running the Gold Goblin, I will make this visible to you guys and narrate a little bit while you're reading. Your aid in the aftermath of the little tsunami goes quite well, and you get about, let's see, about 11 golden donations from various people showing up in the little bowl by the end of the night.
It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll take 2 since it was my idea.
As you should.
If you take any time to examine the various rooms, especially, I did tell you there was a ring of keys on Saul's body, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would let you get into the vault quite easily where the deed is currently located. But Riddleport seems, after a few hours, to revert much the same. It is late at night, and most of what will happen in the morning. Unless you guys have something you wish to do in the meanwhile.
like to hire a real estate agent to list this fine property.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, as the person who's pretending to be a dummy, that I should just abstain.
Would require some negotiation, like a
Mhm.
few diplomacy rolls to try to find someone to sell it to.
I mean, I could ask around if we want to sell it.
Yeah, could I do a knowledge local to have an idea of what it might sell for at a good price?
Yeah.
With my knowledge of local real estate,
Mm-hmm.
I very little.
The actual price of the building you're not 100% sure on, but at least in the lower 5 digits. But that's after paying, bribes and fees and taxes. But I repeat myself.
No. We call those real estate commissions.
Mm-hmm.
I call those diplomatic papers.
The most you think you'd be able to get up front as a down payment would probably be around 4,000 to 7,000, and after that, monthly installments.
Oh, that's the way to go.
Of course, one should remember how you obtained the deed for this place in the first place. Well, the first time. This is a pirate town, and long-term contracts tend to get voided.
All right, look. I think we sell it just financially. I'm gonna have to use the number. If we roll, not roll. 20% of the time, we have a chance to make about $100 a month. It would take us 40 months to get as much as the lowest down payment we could probably muster if we sell the thing. And then we'll still be getting monthly payments because we're going to owner finance it. And if they ever default, well, we got to lean on the deed. We take the property back through foreclosure at the courthouse.
Twitch, your cope is showing.
Someone
Sorry.
shoo that one-eyed dwarf out of here.
Let me set that back up.
So you said lean.
So it turns out this was the campaign that Vic wanted to be in. Yeah. Property ownership.
Look, I'll buy you a bar, man. I mean, I'll buy you a beer, man, at the bar, but just be quiet and stop talking to us. The one-eyed dwarf turns around.
Mm.
Doesn't look like
But
it's
yeah,
as
talking to
powerful as I was
the
hoping
rest of
it
the
would
group,
be.
Soren would just express that, he's happy to go along with whatever you guys say, but he doesn't know if he's really good at business. He's good at talking to people, making friends, but
How
not
long
really much
was
in the way
it?
of handling business.
How long was it you said, Twitch? It would take to get the same
40
amount of money?
months, I think.
40 months would equal $4,000 if we rolled over a 15 every month, and therefore we're able to net 100 gold pieces a month.
Of course, that's just a flat 20 with no one skilled running the place.
Yeah, true.
Am I the only one here that's planning to live that long?
No, I'm inclined to keep it still. It's not as profitable as I'd hope it'd be.
Also, can we trust anyone we hire? No offense to any of you. Y'all are great, but so far everyone we've met have either tried to kill us, steal from us, or both.
Well, to be fair, those weren't people we recruited. Those were people that were recruited alongside us by a shifty guy that was doing all the recruiting.
Yeah, hear me out. We get the down payment on this place. We go put a down payment on a ship. Would you rather sit here and rot, fencing other people's stolen goods, or would you rather be out there on the sea doing it for yourself?
I get seasick real easy.
the sea. Yeah, my armor's kind of heavy for that.
It's a lot easier to smuggle when you have a home base of operations.
Well, let's get some items to smuggle first and a vessel to do it through, and then we'll worry about our base.
I would say let's find stuff that we could smuggle to here and then get a boat to take it elsewhere.
Yeah, you don't need that big of a boat to smuggle. I hear the Arconas and Corvosa only use a rowboat.
Well, we got our boat.
And the manager holding up the octopus.
Out of character, I wouldn't be past taking the leadership feat or the squire feat next level to ensure that there's a manager there at all times and make it profitable. At the same time, if you find a price, I'll buy your share. If you want to let this go for cash. I mean,
Listen,
he would look over to Zeph, and it sounds like you want to maintain ownership of this too, right?
Well, how will we make sure the next owner will maintain ethical business practices?
What are those?
At the gambling whorehouse casino?
I think
those are strong words for what we do.
I think you might need to define what you mean by morals in a pirate town there.
The right thing, you do it.
I mean, sure, as in be kind to others, sort of thing.
Yeah, be kind to others. Try to help people when they're down, man. I mean, look around. This place is a shithole because nobody's helping each other. Everyone's just looking out for number one.
I mean, I'm more than happy to be a benevolent casino owner and brothel owner and smuggling operation. And yeah.
So, question out of character: do you really have to smuggle in this town, or does the black market just pretty open?
Well, dealer's choice. Even here, there's some things that are illegal.
Not to mention, and purely out of character here, it's helpful to base your smuggling operation in a place where they won't check anything, and then you take stuff out of here and sell it to places where it is illegal.
That's very much what Raj is
Plus, if he doesn't know it comes into town, Overlord Cromartie doesn't have to want his cut of it.
Mm-hmm. That just popped in my head because that was this when I was reading about Port Peril and the shackles for the pirate game. That's what they rushed on. That a lot of smuggling operations use Port Peril as a base of operation because everything's legal here. No one gives a shit. You don't sell stuff here. You take it and go. Listen, I don't number too goodly. I just kind of want to hit things and get money for it. So I like
the longer we hold on to this place, the people we took the deed from, aren't they eventually going to kind of come and try to take it back? If we sell it, then it's someone else's problem.
Well, the first time they came, we beat the shit out of them, and the second time they came, we beat the shit out of them. So you think they're going to try third time's the try? The third.
I mean, at a certain point, we're especially now that we're under ownership, we could just go knocking at their door for a change.
What happens when we're not here?
I mean, it wouldn't be our problem if we sell it, yeah. But if we're not here and we own it, they can just come and take it, and then we have to fight for it back. It just seems a lot of work.
Well, keep in mind, out of character. I'm trying to remember. They kept attacking the place specifically because the owner, right? They really didn't like the owner, Saul. Yeah, it was really Saul that they were after, if I recall correctly, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Because he's a piece of shit.
So
he murdered his
maybe.
wife, I think. Right? That's what he did.
So maybe if we give them Saul's head, we might be able to get into their good graces.
It is sitting down there attached to his body, and he's not using either.
I mean, what better way to get them to ease up? I mean, they're losing a lot of units dashing them against us, but if we give them the body that they were looking for, maybe we could just wash our hands of whatever rivalry's been going on, because the beef wasn't between us and him, it was between those two.
That's true, Captain, but I think you ought to also ask him how much they'd pay to buy it from us. I just think we've got a
I'm open to taking a number and seeing what it is. If the value is high enough, then I'd be more likely to let it go as well.
Sorry. How about you and I go beat the streets and we see what kind of offers we can get?
I mean, yeah, we can ask around. Worst case scenario, we just decide we don't want any of the offers.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think we were technically sleeping now. Because I think this is technically the end of the day, right?
But so we're all laying in our beds, talking in the dark.
we're all laying in bed, toes up, kicking as we're like talking, like having a sleepover.
Yes, I'm sure the discussion continues well into the night, as it is already well into the night. In the morning, you find a familiar face from the previous day.
Octopus.
Yes, the octopus is still there, as is Quama. Hail, gentlemen. What success did you have?
Wait, who is this again? Sorry.
The elf that, the elf that helped you get rid of the were-rats that were attacking you.
Gotcha.
In the swamp.
Well, we didn't club him because he was already been gone clubbed.
Shame for your revenge.
I kick a small rock petulantly.
What news did you find of anyone he was working with?
I'm trying to call back.
Apparently, we
got the journal, right? We got a journal.
A journal written in a language I don't think any of you know.
What languages? I've got Terran, Dwarven, Elven, Draconic, Orc, Undercommon, Common, and +4 to Rodent in Empathy.
Yeah, that's in Undercommon. I'll go ahead and share that out then. And there were the signs in the ledgers that he was funneling money to someone. Interesting.
Where's Devil's Elbow? Do I know Devil's Elbow?
Local.
Local?
Yeah, it's a small island southwest of Riddleport.
It's also what you call. It's also what you call it when you do that thing where you take your elbow and take a picture of it so it looks like an ass crack.
Is that really what kids call it?
No. It just came to mind.
5 gold extra.
5 gold extra.
Was a failed colony on there, formerly known as Witchlight, that ultimately succumbed to the slings of fortune.
I can almost read this.
Yeah, well, if you allow him to, Quavo will want to compare the journal and the ledger notes, and after probably a half hour or so. Well, seeing as I gave you a hand, how would you like to be in my employ for a little while?
What sort of work are you offering?
Well, someone will have to go to Devil's Elbow and investigate for what sort of signs or leavings they might have there. They've obviously sent a great deal of material support to the island. These renegade elves are, if they're capable of calling down that star we saw last night, then they are something everyone should be worried about.
Well, what's the pay?
Hmm. I suppose I can offer 400 gold each, as well as arranging for passage. There's a
See, we
ship.
didn't even need a bow.
There's a ship that is due to arrive that the lantern bearers are in contact with.
So we get to fight the people who did this.
If you can catch them, yes.
I'm pretty
I mean,
fast.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm pretty interested. I mean, this could be the sign of an apocalypse. Isn't that exciting? I mean, we should investigate, right?
In one way or another.
I mean, that's the whole reason I came to this town.
I've still got a nagging feeling in the back of my head that this is a trap. I mean, it's all just a little convenient, right? Note gets dropped at the moment we arrive. It's the only thing in the room, and it's telling us exactly where to find them.
I mean, that kind of thing happens all the time.
I would like to
All right, let's go.
I would like to lean over to Raj and say, how many fives is he paying us?
And he would flash basically 8 5s.
Many fives.
Only 4 5s? That's not much.
No, like 4 5s.
Oh, all right. I see it now.
Really? Because I don't.
Which would sidebar with Raj. Look, that note says that they could hide the thing in the sky if they fine tune the glyphs a little bit. If we get there and we mess with them some and the thing in the sky goes away, what if before we leave to go do that, we tell the mayor that we can get rid of the thing in the sky if he will pay us 10,000 gold?
Let's nudge local that real quick and see how likely that would go well for us with the how the boss would feel about that. Nudge local.
Maybe in the initial weeks he'd have been willing to pay to get the disturbance to go away, but it had been several months and people had basically stopped talking about it.
You know, it kind of adds to the aesthetic of the place.
Look at all the tourism it's caused. Soren.
Look at all the vampires. They love it here.
I don't know.
They're making the community safer.
Yeah, funnily enough, this community could probably use some vampires to just clean things up a little bit.
Listen, you never have to lock your doors in a vampire neighborhood.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I would like to give credit to Cope for coming up with that joke in the past.
Credit to you for remembering it, though.
Yeah. I am more inclined, since I am interested in maintaining the casino, to get the job done, claim the, good graces for ruining the threat, and if we don't match it, find anything to resolve it, we're at least not on his bad graces. And I feel like it's good to just do a favor so that maybe it could be returned in the future. Investment in business and all.
Yeah, this would make for a fine local HQ of operations. There are a few people I could see if they would be interested in running the place.
That would be absolutely appreciated.
Mm-hmm. You are, of course, free to look for your own candidates and hire whomever you wish, but
I mean, it's a rough town, so make sure whoever you find as a candidate has some grit to them.
oh, I think you'll find the candidate I'm thinking of quite gritty. I must be off.
All I
A
could
fine day,
imagine,
gentlemen.
all I could imagine when that conversation was happening is every time you guys said candidate, Varney jumping in and goes, "Oh, I don't vote."
I'm a felon. I'm not allowed to vote anymore.
I'm more of a centrist.
I like to lodge protest votes in each election.
He's been
Elmer
voting
Fudd
for.
almost closed the state house because of me.
I was gonna say he's been voting for Vermin Supreme every year.
Actually, can we take a quick sec to go through the loot and tally that up if we have a little bit of a...
Wait, Vermin Supreme is an awesome name for a were-rat character.
Oh no, save
I'm writing
save
that one
that if
down.
we ever do anything in Warhammer Fantasy where you get to play as a Skaven, Michael. Because
Yes.
they're the were-rats, if you know anything about them. They're also wildly pivoting between cowardice and megalomania. One of my favorite quotes from them is that if my plan succeeds, it's because I'm a genius, but if it fails, it's your fault.
That's good. That's really good.
Yeah, so dubbing yourself Vermin Supreme would be very in character.
All right. Refocus. So I think we've decided we are going to engage with the adventure and go to the island.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
We were just gonna do some math on the gear and stuff to sell.
I would like
I've
to
gone through
change
the top
shirt real quick.
paragraph. Because I assume no one wants that wand of levitate.
No.
Because I can't use
really
it.
tell that.
Yeah, I can't really use it.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna do the math there.
Well, hold up.
Hold up.
Part of me's wondering, that's in there because that'll come in handy later.
Yeah. We shouldn't be doing this out of character, but that.
I know.
Yeah.
The question is, even if it's usable, can anyone even use it? Because it's not on my spell list. I have no use magic device.
I don't have a
I've
spell
got
list yet.
Here, would that work?
Yes.
Hold on.
I got a 10 UMD.
Okay,
Plus
so
10.
we can hold off on the
Okay.
Give Twitch
Wand
the
then.
levitate.
But
Yeah.
there's a decent chance of activating a wand, I believe.
Well, that's why I was asking before we decide to keep it, because like if nobody could use it, it would kind of be pointless.
No, valid for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That reminded me of after the first mission of Curse of the Crimson Throne, where you guys were like, "When are we ever gonna need rodent repellent again?"
Right. Is anybody interested in that chain shirt? Because I'd like that. I know it doesn't get a +1
don't need
because
it.
it's kind of baked in, but does it still qualify as masterwork?
Yes.
It gets a +1 because we have our automatic progression.
Yeah. I know it's kind of already baked in there. I just, yeah.
Yeah, I already have a chain shirt, so I've got no problem.
All right. Yeah, I'd like that.
Because doing the math of everything, and then I'll add it to our current bank of money because we haven't divided anything yet. We have 4,171. Because I assume we're not keeping any of the cat heads and stuff, or the rotten chest to hold the money. We're just keeping the money part of it. We're not doing anything else.
Yeah,
I
I'm
was
not
gonna keep
interested
the
in
rotten
statues.
chest.
And I assume we're going to keep the potions, but we're not going to keep the battle axe, the hand axe, or the thrown axes.
Yep, don't have any need for that.
Obviously, we're going to keep the keys to the gold goblin and
Yep.
everything, but I don't feel like that's needed to be stated.
If anything, Raj would have made sure he snagged one of the rings specifically.
Okay, but what if we put the octopus in the broken chest?
put the chest in the tank with him.
I hear
Turns
they're.
out this was a druid
I-
spy that Kenneth inserted into the game. He's just been so confused this entire time. He's never broken wild shape.
I've heard they're quite intelligent. I think the most ethical thing to do would be to release him back into his natural habitat.
They're damn good eating.
Unless he's an aberration, in which case we should kill it. I have a hard time telling between cephalopods and aberrations.
No, but I just got
many
the
people
makeup
do.
right.
So splitting it, we would each get 300 or 835 gold if we want to just do that real quick.
All right.
I assume we could just fast forward through selling the goods.
Money, money, money.
835, you said?
Yes.
All right.
Which means I have 837 gold.
Which means Twitch has all of my money because he's the one holding for me because we've established this. I'm keeping it separate on my sheet, but technically he has
Okay.
it.
Whew. I was about to say, because I do not have any notation here on what gold was mine versus yours.
No, I'm keeping track of mine, but
Okay.
as per the role play,
Yes.
Twitch has my money.
Indeed.
Oh, wait, I was looking at copper. I actually have 900-ish gold pieces.
I've got 974.
Can Twitch go shopping real quick?
Mhm.
How much is a magic weapon
God
anyway?
damn it, Twitch,
2,000,
we're
right?
trying to go on an
Yeah.
adventure. Have some whimsy.
Go ahead.
Yep, he left last night. Can he
make-
purchase that?
Beneficial bandolier? I believe so. Copy link address. 1,000, yep.
It's a pretty low level
Yeah.
item.
You wouldn't wear
Yeah,
a
well, I mean-
bandolier if it was not beneficial, Twitch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it won't even make you roll to see that.
How much does a spell book sell for if it's got 7 first level spells in it?
I'm sure there's an official number, but I'm gonna say basically a scroll of every spell that's in it.
All right, so I'll add that up then.
Okay, so while we're doing paperwork,
Mhm.
go ahead and give me the rolls for trying to find a buyer. If you still want to do that, the roll for trying to find people to hire. And this will be over the course of the week, not like
Right now.
Yeah.
So
27's
that'd be a
pretty
roll
good.
for trying to find someone to sell to.
Mhm.
Oh, if we are taking 1 week, could I, since I'm not involved in that, could I retrain 1 feat?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Well, Soren goes to his weekly meetings at the Tavern Owners Association.
Mhm.
Listen, like we've established that he preaches a lot. There's probably a lot of people who just find him funny because he's all happy and go lucky talking about the end times. So he's probably like, "Hey, you know anyone who might be interested in buying a tavern? You know, yada yada."
Mm-hmm.
He's supposed to be a personable person who's approachable. So
Mhm.
I'm just not
Didn't
good
you
at
ju-
role playing that.
Didn't you just get that tavern? Well, yeah, you know, all things must end. It's kind of my old bit.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty good, Michael.
Oh my God. That reminds me of Parks and Rec. There's this group that meets at the park every year on this certain day that believes that that's the last day of the world. And they make these flutes that they sell, and somebody picks the flute up and he goes, "This is really good craftsmanship. You should be charging a lot more than $5." And the guy's like, $5 is fine. And then he hands him the flute, takes the money. He's like, "It's like if you gave me 20, I wouldn't be able to use it tomorrow." So you're literally believing it's the end of time and like, "Hey, you want to buy this real estate? We're all dying tomorrow."
That's a valid point. Nothing to lose.
You said you needed a second diplomacy for looking for people as well. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Actually, run the place if you're keeping it. Loki, I think, got the 12 there.
Yeah. I would also ask
that
around too.
was
Like,
for looking for a price, just out of curiosity, see
okay.
what. So yeah, I'll do another one for the hire.
20 would be
Man,
looking
my
to
rolls are
hire
not good.
people.
Lauren, you got an offer of $10 million. Oh, wait, they put the decimal in the wrong place.
Oh no, it's actually 10 million won.
Can I start training the octopus while they go shopping?
You may
Teach
handle
them how to
animals.
fetch. Oh, okay.
Send it into the pit with the pig. I'm sure they'll be best friends.
I could see an octopus riding a pig. Why do you have such a good handle, Lim?
Yeah, I see it's got a rather large bonus on the temp side. Let me see where that's actually coming from. I think it might be a 1 that's got the 0 next to it. So that would actually be 9, 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think when I entered that, I put in the 1, but I didn't erase the 0 until it became 10.
Ugh.
That's what I think. I'm still looking.
Possibly.
Oh, look at that. I'm actually a ranger. Never mind.
Attack octopus, go!
So as the week grows on, there's talk around town of possibly trying to harvest the meteorite. The Cypher Mages located the impact point at Devil's Elbow, a place you may or may not have heard of.
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm.
You guys managed to find a few additional candidates. Copy them over. And later on, Quava returns with a rather scrawny looking lizard man he introduces as Tjakpala. Says he's eager to learn how to run businesses, but is clearly inexperienced, but he's willing to work cheap. As for the sale offers, you do manage to find 2. A Randall Three Knives, who is known to work under Boss Croat, offers the full 20,000.
Don't ask him what happened to his 4th knife.
Not the full. He offers a total price of 20,000, the down payment of 8,000, and 200 a month after that.
Take it, boss.
And an odd-looking gentleman named Threep offers 18,000 with 5,500 up front and 250 a month.
Not gonna lie, that 8,000 initial right now would be nice.
Well, do it, boss. 20,000, and you get.
Is that 200 each a month, or
no,
is that 200
total a month?
Okay.
Yeah, but look at what you could actually earn here.
No, that's valid. It's. All right, I suppose I'd be willing to let it go. That's a fair price.
Smart choice, boss. We're going to get you an even better smuggling location later.
Where are we going to sleep, though?
I mean,
Anywhere we want. You know how much
we
coin?
buy a house with that much money. We don't need to sleep that many places.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we can sleep on it until after the investigation.
Yeah, we could buy the one that we wrecked. It's a little bit of a fixer-upper.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't get a lot of sleep.
That are here.
I don't get a lot of sleep ever since I moved here.
Can I ask a bit of a out-of-game question to the GM?
Mm-hmm.
Will this campaign take a fair amount of... Will there be time for, like, ocean stuff in this? Like, if I was to invest in a ship, is there... would that be something that, or is that just something that will perpetually be in the background? Okay.
Could we have a houseboat that he could use post game?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, no. So I was just kind of curious of if I go the ship route, what's the point of game if I can never use it?
If you ever played Daggerfall and bought a ship, I imagine it'd be a lot like that. You can travel across water faster, and you got a whole lot more storage space. But as far as it being relevant to this game, I don't think there's a lot of ship combat.
And is that a similar sort of question to the casino? Is that like there's it just becomes a background thing going forward, or a home base, or is it something that tied? Okay,
it's a background thing. It definitely is a background thing. I've run APs. They never make them like a permanent addition, or very rarely.
Okay. Because I was just being like, there's Underdark vibes going on, and there was that collapsed tunnel in the basement. So I was like wondering, is that something that ties in there, and they were about to sell off, or?
Yes, when they called it Second Darkness, they meant the bottom of the deep blue sea.
I was referring to that collapsed tunnel in the basement of the casino.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, so one other thing, as you go about your business, you notice that the blot in the sky is gone.
Oh, look at that. Dang. It's bright.
Looks
I've been
like
able to see the sun
there's
for a couple days. Does that, I guess.
that's not good.
Yeah, that is a pretty hefty fund to not just say yes to at this point in our adventuring careers.
Yeah. Yep.
You said 8,000, and then the rest is paid in 200 installments.
Pretty much.
No, $200 per installment for what, 5 years?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's more than we'd make running the place. So
now the question is, can I get diplomacy to find a cheap house we could buy, and how much that would cost us? Because we spend all the money we just got on buying a new place as a place to stay. Whether it be a houseboat or just like a place that
we could probably just stay at an inn for a bit.
Yeah.
Or bake in, set aside some of the rooms for us. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm still on board with selling. We can just stay at an inn.
Yeah.
That makes
sense.
Now
this house right here is only 2 gold pieces. I used to live in it, called it my love shack. That's why it says Randy's Love Shack above the door.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Soren, in a real estate market,
is lightly used.
In a real estate market in a world that's pending its destruction, it's not good to really, purchase an asset.
Yeah, things tend to depreciate to zero during the Armageddon.
I suggest we just rent for now.
It's almost like we fucking made the whole thing up, and it's all just paper.
Nah, crypto is going to be the money of the post-apocalyptic world. Because the more you think about it, the more it will make sense. Like when all the power goes out because the power plants aren't running anymore, digital money is what people will use.
Mm-hmm. Hey, if it's not that, it'll be the NFTs.
You know what? I have to give a lot of credit to the crypto bros for, by contrast, making the people who bury bars of gold in their backyard look really grounded.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right, so we're all filthy fucking rich now. Do we want to go to the Devil's Elbow?
Well, the reason
we should find. We need to find somewhere to store this money.
Question. Let's back it up a little bit. Does the sale actually go through?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Good idea.
It's easy enough to find a money changer and / bank in this town. Question is if you trust him. Quava would also be down to pick up your payments, although he doesn't believe you'll be out of town that long.
Mm-hmm.
Are they a rat folk money changer by chance?
They are now.
I don't think we can trust them, guys.
And then when we go to sell, are there any complications? Do they try to kill us or anything beyond the norm?
Look. It's a public place, well lit. You don't see any additional goons hanging around.
Cool. Just checking.
Especially
'Cause-
after. And yes, let's backtrack onto that Saul and the corpse thereof. There was some talk of trying to use him as a peace offering.
Yes, we bring his head to. Who was it that was wanting his head?
The Zentures and Boss Croat had sent people, especially
Oh
that second.
God!
And you said
I'm
one of the
imagining
two,
the scene.
Boss Croat is the one we're
Wait.
trying to sell to. So
right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
I'm
I would
imagining
say
the scene of all of you amoral fucking degenerates going, "Yeah, let's cut his head off and sell it." It was like, "All right, who's gonna do that?" They all look to Zeph with the big axe.
I only's got clubs. It's a lot of work.
I mean,
get it done with a thought
Come
comment.
on,
sword. I
guys!
could just cut with the longsword.
Mm.
Oh,
I mean,
you've got a longsword.
Yeah, I was gonna be bled from a dagger, so I'm not really that squeamish. I'm fine with doing it.
Okay. Zeph goes upstairs.
I come back bloody later. Got the
Yep.
head.
The cave has lots of pretty pictures now.
Very many end time pictures. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I say we give the head to Boss Croat's gang to let him know because he's also the one we're going to be selling the place to. So
Mhm.
A gift to
And then-
sweeten the deal.
and Wayne's World, doodaloo, doodaloo, we sell the casino.
It is acknowledged that your transgressions water under the bridge as far as Croats are concerned, and the news eventually gets around that the Zenches celebrating as well.
FYI, that's 1,600 each if we split it up.
Nice.
Which brings me to my next question: would I be able to find a conductive weapon, a conductive flail in this town, Kenneth?
Probably commission one.
I don't know if we should have sold to that Croat guy.
I would like to commission a conductive flail, please.
So we each
That
get
would be
1,600, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just noting it down for myself.
1,600. Hoo-hoo-hoo.
Go ahead and roll me a diplomacy on that real quick.
Gotcha.
Just to see if it'll be done. Yeah. He says it'll be about 2 weeks.
Gotcha.
So we got to find somewhere to store this gold. Is there a bank? I wouldn't imagine there's a bank in the town of thieves.
I got pockets.
I would like to try to find a keen falcata. Is that something that I'd need to commission, or is that something that I could potentially buy off the shelf?
That's a little more common. Yeah.
Okay.
You mean there's not a bunch of clerics that worship the Lord of the Apocalypse that are having just conductive flails everywhere?
Mm-hmm.
It's only a +1 weapon. Come on. No, it's fine. Yeah, that's all I got to do before we head to
There's
the island.
a little bit of poking around. There's a was it Abadar was the god of banks.
Yeah.
There's a Abadar temple that you managed to find. Not a very large one, but willing to hold on to your money nonetheless.
All right. Well, that solves the having to run around with a wheelbarrow full of money. These guys are probably trustworthy. Are we sure these are Abadar? Are we sure these aren't just a bunch of thieves who stole some Abadar robes?
That B looks like it's backwards.
No, that's just the D of Abadar. It's not Ababar. Now, if you want to go get a drink at the Abba bar across the street, that's a different story.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Church of Caden Kalian. He's funny.
Oh yeah,
like that.
I always get those two confused.
No, alcohol is a fine lubricant for business.
Horrible lubricant for other things.
Mm-hmm.
While people are looking at magic items, I'm just gonna take a quick bye. I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, if whoever's doing shopping, I'm not going to shop right now, but yeah.
I literally just needed that weapon commissioned, and then I'm good.
We did just get like fucking thousands of gold pieces dropped on our head.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the conductive weapon is a good thing to have for my madness domain because I can just smack an enemy, and if it hits them, I get to expend 2 charges of my touch ability, and I give them a bonus to their skill checks, but then they get a minus to their attacks and saves.
Yeah, that's good.
Keen helps you with my.
And there's no save on that because there's no save on it because it's just an effect that happens. So that's nice. It only lasts a round, but that's still a good thing to have.
Mm-hmm. Is anyone going to look into the Devil's Elbow beyond what they already know?
I was going to, but we kept getting sidetracked. So
It's all good. Show this. I mostly copied out of the book.
I would have called it Dolphin Island, but Devil's Elbow is good.
Mm-hmm. Just light reading for your adventure. Cypher Mages did have a nice little book about it.
yeah, I was gonna say we Soren has gone to the Cypher place a couple times. So
Do you guys want me to read it?
Yeah,
I mean, we can wait until Gombo gets back if you want.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure this is TMI, but I've been on narcotic painkillers for my back for this last week,
Mm-hmm.
and I've had the worst constipation I've ever had in my life.
Oh no.
I haven't pooped in like 3 days.
Oh, you might need to go to the doctor, Richard.
Well, I have gone, just not very much. So if it gets any worse, we'll have to go back. But
Like you need to go soon if you haven't shit for 3 days.
well, like I said, I
Get some
have
fruit
just been
juice.
small amounts at a time.
What's
Okay.
going on? I'm back.
Richard is sharing
Just talking about constipation.
Oh
missing
yeah,
details.
that's what I
Yeah.
thought my thing was, but no, I got that section working.
That's gonna be a fun section to make it to YouTube.
Shout out Craig. You fucking pervert. Why are you listening to us? All right.
Yeah.
Now that Gombo's back, do you guys want me to read this?
Yeah.
All right. Located 18 miles southwest of Riddleport, a mere 2 miles from the rugged and wild cliff shores of the Kalfiak Mountains, the 5-mile-wide island is mountainous, heavily forested with pine, fir, redwood, and cypress trees. It is surrounded by reefs and dangerous rocks with the exception of one narrow approach to the sheltered cove on its northern side, with most of its shores being rocky cliffs averaging 100 feet in height. The island itself is rugged, with its highest peak being 800 feet above sea level. Birds, bats, and other flying animals are common, and there is a relatively large population of deer, wild boar, wild dogs, sturges, giant centipedes, snakes, donkey rats, and rabbits on the island as well. Most of which were introduced to the island by settlers 50 years ago. At that time, Devil's Elbow was known primarily among local Varisians and Goblins tribes of the nearby mountains as the lair of a cruel and capricious siren named Varashi. When disenfranchised explorers and settlers began drifting into the region in great numbers 70 years ago, dissatisfied with the way Magnamar was growing, several settlements sprang up along the shores here. While 2 of these settlements, Riddleport and Roderick's Cove fared well. Most of these settlements were faced with goblins, dangerous wildlife, and the difficulties of the remote region. Did not. Whatever. The village, Witchlight, founded in 4680 AR by the exiled Chelish merchant named Yaris Narakan. Yaris Narakan was one such village. While he was scouting for a suitable site, his ship wrecked on the reef surrounding Devil's Elbow. Yaris, the only survivor of the wreck, he managed to eventually return to the mainland and sought investors to establish a colony upon the island. Returning to Magnamar, he managed to convince several investors that the rumors of Arashi were little more than... Returning to Magnamar, and he managed to convince several investors that the rumors of Arashi were little more than that, and he would be able to build a thriving settlement on the island. Once they arrived, he chose a site at the center of the island that overlooked the Varisian Gulf to serve as his new village's foundation, and commissioned the creation of several watchtowers and lighthouses to warn what he hoped would be a steady influx of merchant traffic away from the dangerous reefs. The island's rugged terrain made farming impossible, so Yaris had shiploads of deer, boar, donkey rats, rabbits, and other animals brought and released in an attempt to seed self-sustaining local wildlife population to help support his citizens. Yet, as the construction of Witchlight and the watchtowers continued, it became apparent that Yaris's dream was unraveling. What was initially intended to be a self-sustaining settlement became more and more reliant on supplies from Riddleport, and that city was only too eager to gouge Yaris for every penny. As dissidence increased among his people, Yaris's bad luck seemed only to grow. The western watchtower burned partially to the ground only a week after the construction was complete, killing nearly a dozen laborers and Yaris's brother in the process. Several weeks later, a ship bearing huge shipments of grain ran afoul of the reefs surrounding the island, and the giant centipedes that had infested the ship made it ashore and quickly bloomed into the island's most obnoxious and dangerous pests. So we're going to fight those. The spat of bad luck gave rise to whispers of Varashi's curse, and more locals began to speak of and see ghostly woman-faced birds in the forest and on the rocky shores. Yaris railed against these rumors, but was unable to offer proof that Varashi wasn't behind the curse without revealing his secret. Then, at the onset of winter during a particularly violent storm, the final blow struck. A shipment of diseased cattle brought to the island to augment the meager food stores saw an outbreak of the deadly disease anthracitis. Anthracitis, that's what we're going with? Anthracitis?
Yes.
Anthrax cows?
That killed off a third of the Witchlight's population. Distraught over the fact that his dream was falling apart, Yaris went down to seek comfort with Varashi. But he was followed by suspicious priests who believed Yaris had made a deal with the devil that had gone sour. The priest's fears were confirmed when he witnessed Yaris and Varashi embrace. He returned to Witchlight, roused a mob, and under the protection of a silence spell, led the mob down to Varashi's cave the next morning and slew the siren as she slept in her lair. Yaris woke up the next day to a horrific sight. The body of his lover hanging from a pole above the fire in the middle of Witchlight. Overcome with grief and shock, Yaris threw himself from the eastern watchtower onto the rocks and surf below. This was the final blow to the settlement. Without Yaris to provide encouragement, the remaining citizens of Devil's Elbow packed up and left for easier lives in Riddleport, Magnamar, or beyond. By the end of the week, Devil's Elbow had been abandoned. For the past several decades, Devil's Elbow has remained uninhabited. Travelers on ships passing close to the island sometimes claim to see lights burning in the island's watchtowers, further inspiring rumors that the place is haunted. These rumors are given weight every few years when adventurers decide to sail out to the island in search of Arashi's hidden treasure, since many of them do not return, and those who do come with tales of monstrous centipedes, strange noises, and mysterious lights in the woods. This, combined with the fact that an unusual number of ships seem to wreck and sink in the waters within a 5-mile radius of the island, secured the region's ill repute, and today, very few visitors come to its deserted shores.
I see a future resort. The Raja Resort.
Let's give it more of a islandy name, something like
You're gonna have to do something about those
Maharaja.
I think we should just turn it into a summer camp with unattended teenage counselors.
Well, I guess first
And every
things
year
first.
we should just let one killer in and let him go crazy.
Well, I guess first things first. Let's go over there and claim whatever meteorite fell from the sky.
Yeah, be on the lookout. We should get some pest repellent, maybe. I mean,
And
not
some
to take us back to the market, but it does look like we're going to be fighting centipedes.
You think there's a chance there might be undead on this island too?
Undead cows.
If the rumors are to be believed. Have they come up with a cure for anthracitis yet?
I'm pretty sure it's like most diseases in Pathfinder, you just pray it away.
Oh, yeah.
When we go, I'm going to keep a spell open because there's a spell that I have on my spell list called Positive Pulse. That if there are like undeads or like haunts, I can like deal damage to them through like a pulse in an area. So that might be helpful. But I don't want to like memorize that because that might not be a good spell to have. Because if there is no undead, it's useless.
Anthracitis is like what a bad murderer tells the police happened to his roommate.
Moving on slightly, as the week continues and reaches its end, there's a fever pitch to repair ships and try to set out to the island. But the first to leave on the following Monday is a group commissioned by Slag. The Black Bunyip had just arrived in port and very quickly set back out. Followed on Wednesday, you receive rumors that Craig...
At a certain point, do we want to step in and try to get a boat? Or is this all kind of baked in? Because I think we're all talking about it, but then we time skip before like, hey, let's go, right?
Do we want to get a
the world's ending. Let's just rent for now.
Again, we sold, and now let's turn around and make our way to this island. Pick up a pickaxe
does have
on
a
the way
boat
out.
coming, he said, but it will be one more week, and Richard's weapon will be done by then too.
All right.
If we can get a boat, you can sail by yourself without my help. Sure.
On
Wednesday, create a raft.
On Wednesday, the pirate ship, the Dark Pearl, had arrived in port, and the adventurers' men had shanghaied it and set sail for the island. Thursday, the Cipher Mages finally made their departure.
Shanghai.
Friday.
Is this some sort of Ian Shaw deity?
Yes. The goat of your boat is mine now. And on Friday, the gas forgers had sent a detachment of dwarves and humans aboard the Mithril Wave, which was planning to drop them off and sail on to Magnemar. Finally, the Flying Cloud arrives in port the following Monday, captained by one... should have had the character ready. One Jasper Creasy, who is the man that Quava knows that will take you to the island. He invites you aboard that night for a dinner and a meet and greet, basically.
Excellent. And this was the first ship that came around once. Was it Soren guy's weapon? Okay. Yeah, I think in the days leading up to it, and just kind of, you would see Raj just coming back from port more and more, just feeling restless.
Mm-hmm.
How fares? Any news from the seas?
This to the captain or the party?
Yeah, it's the captain. As we're at the meet and greet at this point.
Yeah.
Right.
He brings you down below decks towards the bow of the ship is a cabin. Appears to be his personal one. Fine table spread of food. Not a whole lot of news. The most impressive thing happening recently is your little falling star. I presume that is why you lot wish to hire me.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Indeed.
They were paying me 455s. I nod like you would know what that means.
He's simple.
Have you heard any word of how things are going, or just,
Not, I'm
news
afraid.
once you get to
Just
port?
made it to port the other day.
Gotcha. Well, then we are grateful for you to be taking us.
And give me 3 perceptions each to make this a little bit easier.
Ooh, I'm good at perception.
I am
Everyone?
not.
Eagle
Well,
eyes.
Really
1,
pulled
2,
it at the
3.
end.
Mostly good.
While you guys are doing this, I actually do need to use the restroom, but I'm going to be in there a while, so I'm going to switch off into my phone, but I'll make sure I'm.
Hey
So
man,
you
good
need-
luck. I hope things come out well.
Yeah.
So 3 perceptions each, you meant?
I'm gonna go ahead. You
Or
don't
was
need
it-
any more because I've already got it on his second. But this will, or no, that's his third.
Yeah.
So, how long have you lot known Quava?
72 hours, I think.
I start trying to
It's been
count
a
on
few
my
weeks
fingers.
at this point. Cross paths, what, 3 weeks ago, give or take a few days.
Yes.
What about you?
In 3 weeks.
I've worked with the Lantern Bearers relatively often. It's
Okay.
solid pay, usually for just shipping you out around.
I can't argue with simple errands like that.
Mhm.
And now, character Michael, because we spent 2 weeks just idling, didn't we?
Oh, we're bums.
Well, no, we were waiting for Soren's
Mm.
weapon to be ready.
Yes,
Yeah.
and also the ship to arrive in port.
Bums always have an excuse.
Yep. Fine. There's a reason Raj was getting restless.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Zeph is like,
Yeah.
I just twiddled my thumbs for 2 weeks and didn't notice. Anyways, not to derail.
I think you'll find the ship acceptable. We're trying to set speed records to various ports. Hoping
Yep, it floats. You can point it in the right direction and it'll go, right?
Ideally, yes.
Okay, good.
And at that point,
Just making sure.
Varney, you hear something up on deck.
Mhm.
Some stomping and various laughter.
Oh,
And
the seasickness is kicking in. I'm gonna head up top deck really quick.
As
Is
you
that
reach the stairs, you hear a crack and the crackling of fire.
Mm-hmm.
So the water makes you sick. Okay.
And I think, honestly, these guys aren't any challenge for you, so it'll be narrative.
All right.
As when they see Varney come up, several of them start to turn to jump off the ship. clamber down the.
There's so many things you can throw at us here.
Clamber down the gangplank, but the ship is on fire. The rigging in several places has caught on fire.
The shit.
You all hear Varney shout at the top of his lungs, "I'm going to play poon sticks with your corpse." So that's how you know something's going on up top.
Yeah, that would get enough to get Raj up and moving up there.
Is that the one with the ball-shaped ball or the weird-shaped ball?
One way or another, we're about to find out.
Poon sticks? No, you guys ever play poon sticks?
I've never heard
Never
poon
even
sticks
heard of
before
it.
in my life.
Oh, wow.
that sounds like...
I thought that was a common thing. What it is that when you walk around, you find a bridge, first of all, with running water underneath it. Then you have each person pick a stick, and then you hold the stick over the railing on one side of the bridge, and then you count it off, go 1, 2, 3, go, and you drop it, and you see whose sticks comes out from underneath the bridge first.
Oh,
we just call that boat races.
Where I grew up, they called it. I was told by my mom it was called poon sticks. So that's just what I always called it.
That's the ancient Native American term for it. Poon sticks.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what Squanto told the settlers.
So yeah, rushing up to take care of the fire before it has a chance to spread.
Yeah, I'll throw a few ferric clubs at them, but I will then address to help the fire.
Yep.
I'm going up to help the fire. They largely retreat. You managed to clip one. Go ahead and roll the damage on that.
All right. 6.
He limps off as you guys turn your attention to the fire. Takes a few minutes, but it doesn't spread. But the rigging is damaged. Creasy inspects it with his crew, and looks like it'll take about a day to replace what's damaged in the sails and the rigging. But you prevented a much worse tragedy.
Keep your head on a swivel. They'll come back.
In Riddleport, they tend to just cut the ship loose and let it burn if there's a fire. I thank you all for saving my ship.
Well, couldn't have gotten there without you, so...
But
we're grateful.
I know this one floats.
I stick my head over the railing. You hear just some coughing, and he goes, "Yep, nope, it was dry heave. All right, better." I will continue to maintain...
Fortunate all the same that you were seasick when you got it.
As I continue to maintain... What is that? 35?
Just out of curiosity. There's no way I'm going to hit it, but where is it? Test motive. Yeah.
Man, when I switch accents, it's going to blow Raj's mind.
Yep. Not as much as Zeph, though.
Greasy turns to the 2 crewmen that were below deck with you. Graham, you check on...
I think we're doing a good thing here. Sorry.
Reggie, you run and see if Quava and his associates can offer any assistance with this. Gentlemen, I guess I'll meet you here again in the morning so you can see how repairs are on the way. Unless you wish to stay here overnight and guard the place.
Yeah, that's probably best, actually. They'll come back. I don't know how they could keep convincing these people to kill themselves, but they do.
I'll sleep up against that comfortable-looking floor tree over there. I point to one of the masts.
You know, I think we're doing a real good thing here, guys. We're giving that guy a job. You know, he probably can't do most work. You know, we're giving him something he's good at, you know? Really warms my heart. Anyways, I'm going to go sleep up on the top deck.
I'll probably get settled into the cabins that I assume we're allocated, right? You said, or is there general? Is it
There's a
general
series of
order for us?
bunks in A2 that you can use.
Okay.
That's what those white squares are supposed to be. I couldn't find a bed token that I liked.
He exclusively refers to Varney as buddy.
I need to start putting points into linguistics just so that way it's one of those things that when the true identity is revealed, I just start speaking a bunch of languages fluently.
What do you mean this is not what I normally sound like? I am Varney! This is how I've always been.
It would be like watching the movie Forrest Gump, but then randomly halfway through he shifts posture and starts speaking fluent Latin with the Pope.
Dude, he meets Jenny again and he's like, exactly what you said, dude. He's like, his slouch goes away. He goes, "You fucking bitch. You whore." He really gives her what for.
Yes, in the morning, Quava arrives at the docks with a completely white lizard man behind him, wearing a robe. They talk a little bit at the end of the gangplank before the lizard man walks up and starts casting various restoration spells on the rigging. Easy job. The combined efforts of this mage and the longshoreman, the rigging is fully repaired and replaced by noon.
Pretty damn good work.
Excellent. If that lizard wizard is who I think it is, could probably just kill us all. Frankly,
Perhaps.
if that is Rish, I'm surprised that they're sending us.
He hands the lizard as they leave a rather sizable bag. And over the next few hours, supplies are loaded, and Quava waves as the ship prepares to leave dock.
I dry heave over the side again for good measure.
It is a 5-hour voyage to the Devil's Elbow.
You guys see Zeph having a moral quandary. He's just talking to himself and he's going, wait, we killed all those other lizard people and now we're acknowledging that is a person who's helping us build the ship. I think we just killed a bunch of fucking people.
Maybe.
Nah, they're trogs. Completely different lizard person.
Trogs ain't people.
Trogs ain't people. Brought to you by the Lizard Folk Commission against Trogs.
Is the fucking thing. Anyway.
Is the fucking thing.
Forested Island is quiet as the ship approaches. No signs of life are immediately apparent. A low ridge forms a spine along the length of the island. Its slopes covered with dense forest and shores affording very few safe places to land. 2 stone towers rise above the level of the surrounding trees at the top of the island's ridge, one to the east, the other at the island's center. And in the fading light, you can see a thin plume of smoke rising from a point midway between the 2 of these towers at the height of the island's ridge. Yet the most dramatic sight as the ship nears its destination is the immense crater on the island's northeastern slope. Hundreds of feet wide and surrounded by an even larger swath of burnt trees that have been knocked flat in a burst pattern around the impact site. As you reach the harbor, Creasy seems increasingly nervous, muttering about Virashi's curse. He turns.
Can I just real quick, as we're kind of sailing around, can I do a perception check just to see if I can see any sign of people there? Because I know there's been plenty of time So just kind of idea of activity.
Yep.
I read you the storybook. They said no people.
Yeah, but for the past 2 weeks,
There's-
people have been coming here.
It's 3
Oh.
expeditions that set out before you.
Yep, but I ain't seen shit.
Well, even with that, as you pull into harbor, you notice a large burst of light from the middle of the island where the tower was. And Captain Creasy seems to not take this very well. He looks at you like, so when you want to be picked up?
Is this where we, out of character, take a moment to figure out what the plan is and
Well, presumably the crater.
so we're here to
Asking when we want to be
collect
picked up.
that star?
What do we think? 2 days? How long are we going to be here?
Well, let's clarify what we're doing here. Are we trying to acquire the
Well, no,
asteroid?
We're going after the ritual thing, remember? Clearly out of character.
Yeah,
I don't think we know
glyph.
what the fuck we're doing here, but we're going to do it. So how long are we going to take?
Well, out of character, I do
Four.
need the quest board real quick to just make sure I'm understanding what's going on. So,
Okay. So, as far as I know, we're just following the lead on the Depora's journal, the one that was an undercommon.
Mhm.
So we are looking for the ritual for whatever's going on here. Also, the shooting stars over here, right? Or the asteroid.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, if that's there. And
Yeah,
so
so we're
where's
over
the
here.
rune supposedly? Do we know where the rune's supposed to be that we're
Nope.
trying to find, or no?
but frankly, it's probably not a
Presumably somewhere
coincidence.
near the crater.
It's probably not a coincidence that we're looking for evil cult people and a meteor hit the island at the same time. It's probably related.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
didn't we learn that the evil cult people are controlling the meteors and the weather using the glyphs? And
Yes.
they have to fine tune. Yeah, they have to fine tune the glyphs in order to hide all their abilities with the weather, which they have done since we waited so long to get here, which is why the dark mark in the sky disappeared.
Yep.
All right. So our destination is D. I would say come pick us up around this. What do we want? Do we want to be picked up at F or C? What do you guys
The
think?
only safe port to put in is the harbor.
Yeah, because of all the
Oh,
reefs.
In and out of character, is this guy selling the boat just with our help? Could we kill him, take the boat,
There's
leave it here at
4
the harbor?
crew members in addition to the captain, but
I'm also not just going to let you
Technically, no,
assault
nothing's
a
stopping
random
you.
guy who's helping us.
except for maybe Zeph.
Do you know
Yeah.
how easy it'd be to fucking cut you up, you little fuck?
I have been fake dry heaving this entire time, so I don't look particularly helpful at manning ships. When he asks when you want me to pick you up, I just hold up 4 fingers and go 4.
I guess 4 days then.
All right.
Really? We're letting him make the choice?
I should have packed a lunchbox. Let's go.
One of the crew members turns and says, the docks look to be in good enough condition. We should put in and let the passengers off. That sound
would
good
be
with you,
ideal.
Mm-hmm.
It would be ideal. I've got quite a lot I've got with me, and Twitch hefts a big bag onto his back, big backpack.
One thing that strikes you as you slowly approach the docks, there were 3 different expeditions before you that arrived, and no ships here. How many of them sailed on is a question. How many were supposed to be here? It's another. But that is quickly left behind as you approach, as the ship ties off. You see 3 dwarves and 2 humans come out of the buildings that you... the abandoned-looking buildings just in from the docks. Ahoy, ship, ahoy!
Goldhammer expedition requesting permission to approach. One of them shouts, particularly. Well, they all look disheveled, but he still seems to be the leader.
Which goes ahead and pulls a pistol behind his back.
Not my ship, so Raj will look to the captain.
Hey, you can approach.
What news you bring of the island?
Curse is real. These beasties are crawling all over the place. I set out with 12 men, and we're all that's left. Name's Gravin Goldhammer. Sorry about that. Yours?
Sorry, I missed that last little bit in the accent.
He introduces himself as Gravin Goldhammer, leader of one of the 3 expeditions that had left before you.
I am Raj Goldfang. Shrugs. Leader of this expedition. So your team did not fare so well. Is it the centipedes? Is it more?
Centipedes, no, some strange-looking dog-like monster. Never got a good look at him. I drug most of my men off one by one. The few that didn't get drug off seem to have gotten bit and their wounds turned sour. When they died, though, they got back up and started attacking us.
How long have you been here?
About a week. A little less, honestly.
And your ship left you, or did you just get dropped off and waiting for pickup?
It was supposed to meet us back here in about another week. But we'd like to commission your captain to take us back to Riddleport now. If you lot had any sense, you'd come with us.
I think we'll try our hand at this, but what can you tell us about what's on the island that beyond the threats that's harmed your men?
We didn't really get any deeper in here than the harbor. We'd set up camp about a mile down the path there, but we hadn't found a single speck of the sky metal we'd come here for.
And out of character, try to think of any other questions.
While you're thinking, can I sense motive these guys to make sure they're telling the truth?
Good
and
call.
B, could I give a knowledge, religion, or planes to see if I know what they're talking about with a monstrous magical dog of some sort that reanimates people after they bite them?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so first up, sense motive. Yeesh. I mean, thankfully I've got my bonus, so that's going to be 18. And then
they seem to be being truthful.
All right, and then the knowledge
given their condition.
What would that be? Religion or planes?
I honestly don't know. Pull up bestiary entry and skills. Mm-hmm. Which 2 did you say?
Religion or planes. I have nature as well. I just don't have any point. I have Arcana, Dungeoneering, nature, planes, and religion. But I heard
Dungeoneering according to the listing in the int skill.
Interesting.
And the type of creature they are.
All right. Well, then I guess I can't roll that because I don't have that as a class skill.
Can I piggyback with you? Because Twitch is very smart.
Not engineering, sorry.
Oh, I was like...
Oh, dungeoneering. Okay, I can roll that. Yes.
Harry.
Let's see. Would it be worth? Yeah,
I'll pick it up.
I'll tap one of my hero points to make it a 14. See if that does anything.
Knowledge dungeoneering might be the most outwardly facing, like, silly class thing on the sheet. I don't know anyone who knows what dungeoneering is before D&D. I'm not sure it is a word.
Catch all basket for adventuring.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the one hand, that beats the flat DC, but on the other, I feel like it's an uncommon thing at least. But you can't quite place it, but you have heard of something like this.
All right.
When you see it, I'll give you another roll at an advantage.
All right. Sounds fair. All of that I keep to myself, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the question I was thinking of, do the threats appear any time of day, or from the stories we've heard, it largely seems to be night problems after nightfall?
Mostly at night. Like I said, I didn't get a good look at them. So it was largely night when they attacked us, but I couldn't tell you if that's just their preference for stealth, or if they're nocturnal as a whole.
All right. I don't think I have any more questions.
Right. The captain agrees quite readily to take them, seemingly just to have an excuse to not be here overnight.
Yeah.
I do have to admit one thing. It
Mhm.
looks much less like a dolphin from this angle.
Do we want to reconsider the 4 days and tell them to come back at end of day tomorrow? In case we want extraction. And if we want to stay longer, we could let them know how much longer.
You're the leader, man. Make the call.
I think
All
they're
right.
probably
are
going
we
to keep.
paying him?
They're probably going to keep charging us for going back and forth.
Where wasn't was this guy associated with I can't
Yes,
remember
the
his name.
lantern bearer's Quava.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would ask what the price would be to come back at end of to take an extra trip in case if you come here we're not ready to leave you.
Well, without talking to Quava to see if he'll pay more, 50 gold's what he paid me to take you here in the first place and pick you back up.
All right. I'm good with that. So yeah, come at end of day tomorrow. Plan on departing before sunset. And if we're not here,
We didn't have 50 gold to our names a fucking week ago. You've let it go to your head.
I mean, you rather commit to a 4-day stay?
That's not what I said. You can pay the 50 gold.
All right. Yeah. Come back tomorrow, and if we're not here, come back in 4 days after that.
Right. Well, hopefully it'll just be a delay for you, not permanent. But fairly well.
Well, no guarantees. See you later.
Yeah, that's true. If we are dead, we don't have to pay him.
Mm-hmm.
Dead men pay no taxes. That's Thomas Jefferson said that.
Mm-hmm.
And gave us a window to get out later or get out early, depending on how bad things are. Well, I suspect Harbor's been pretty well researched or looked through. Do we just want to make our way to the crater? It seems like that would be where most of the action is at.
Yeah,
time of
well, there's
day
no
is it?
reason to go exploring anything else until we find out the crater has nothing in it. So we should look for the crater, see if the crater is the ritual site, And if we don't find a ritual site at the crater, then we go looking for other points of interest. That's
as
my
we
thought.
sailed in, as we sailed in, could we pretty much see that, hey, there's smoke coming from the impact crater site and all the trees have been knocked down? We just couldn't land there.
Yeah, exactly what the case was.
The crater itself wasn't smoking. It was coming more from this area. But the crater is very rough terrain, it looks. Speaking of, you have a couple of choices. You can either take the path, which will take you an hour to get to Witchlight, or you can try to rough it through the terrain woods to get to the crater directly.
What time of day is it?
It is early evenings, about 7 o'clock.
Are there any structures that we could stay in here at the harbor?
There's several ramshackle buildings left from the early colonization effort. They look like they'll keep the worst of the weather out, but as you look at them, a couple of the sizable centipedes scurry between the woods and the house.
Are the centipedes large enough that I could ride one if trained?
No.
No, Captain, we don't want to be sleeping with the vermin. Slow look at Zeph. Why don't we try and hike it up to Witchlight?
Yeah, let's go. That sounds good to me. And then we could make our way over to the path towards Inchers and cut through and take a peek at the impact crater along the way. Less woods we have to navigate through.
Yeah, why don't we just bring our cowbell too and scream, "We're here! Come get us! Ghost, are you hungry?"
Twitch shouts, "We're here!"
The alternative is to just walk through the woods doing the same thing, because we're not exactly a quiet group, are we?
Was also the burst of light you saw of what appears to be Witchlight.
Okay, I guess we can go check it out. Though judging by the name Witchlight, I'm gonna bet maybe it's not something big.
Yeah, let's go clubbing.
As we're walking, let's say, Captain, remember, if that meteor's here, it sounds like the fauna is going to do away with any other folks looking for it. But these glyphs and the end of the world and controlling the weather, that really sounds kind of important. I like myself, and I like living, and I like things to have and spend. And I think it might be good to get that taken care of before we go finding, things to have and spend.
Of course.
That's just me, but don't let Soren know that I said that, because that guy cracked my shit up.
No worries there. No, it's important we ensure our survival. Just be nuisances to whatever machinations that may be going on here. But I don't know if I'm not entirely buying the ghost story. It seems more like sabotage to me. And the fact that a ritual, something to do with runes, takes place on the very island, it's too much of a coincidence. It's like
Oh, sorry to interrupt. I was just talking to my family. I actually have to go and take my grandmother somewhere right now, so I'm gonna miss the rest of the session.
Yeah, we can call it there.
I hate to say that.
It's
Sorry,
okay.
guys.
It's just
I'm
been
gonna
very
stand
bad at this point, so
Yeah.
it's all good. Hope
Just
all
short
is well,
session
man.
this week.
Yeah.
Nothing's wrong. She just has to go get something.
Okay,
Gotcha.
okay. Yeah, run
And
there.
the rest of my family just got high, so they can't do it. So
Well,
I will see you guys later. I'm sorry again about that.
No,
All right,
no problem.
No worries.
no worries.
Okay, so do we want to put a pin in it, or?
Yeah. Craig, get out of here. Why are you listening to this personal drama, you pervert? You fucking degenerate.